The dam is breaking. I want you to think of the words of Jesus when he was asked in Matthew chapter 24. He said, "When will all these things be?" The disciples said, "And what is the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" And then Jesus, the Bible tells us, as he sat on the Mount of Olives, he said to them, verse 4, Matthew 24, "Take heed that no one deceives you." I'll say, first of all, we're facing all kinds of deception. And then verse 5, it's this. Jesus said, "For many will come in my name, saying, I am the Christ, and will deceive many." Luke chapter 21, Jesus said, "When you see all these things begin to take place, look up and lift up your head because your redemption draws near." We're watching them begin. They're going to have their fulfillment in the future during the tribulation period. But listen, if we are watching them begin, indeed, look up and lift up your head because your redemption draws near.
Now, we as believers look forward to the rapture, and rightfully so. We look forward to the 1,000-year messianic kingdom on earth when we will tabernacle with God in the flesh. I can't wait for that. Accordingly, none of us look forward to the tribulation since we know we will be taken out before it starts. Yet we need to think of all those left behind at the mercy of the Antichrist.
Watching them begin, indeed, look up and lift up your head because your redemption draws near. All of this, if not understood in the right context, can seem like some very bad news, very discouraging things. It can even get you depressed and so forth. This is why we need to stay in the Word. The Word gives us hope. The Bible tells us what the last days are going to look like, not so we be discouraged, but so that those who are reading and paying attention will know, oh, this is how God said they would. Look, this is the direction the globalists are going to take things. This is what they are going to do. But my hope isn't in the globalists. My hope isn't in the things of this world. My hope is in Jesus Christ. We're citizens of this world if you know the Lord. So when we look at this, I think of the words of J.M. Markell, who said, "What did you think it was going to look like during the last days?" So we're watching that, but the Bible has told us these things. And Jesus himself said, "Look up and lift up your head because your redemption draws near." Lift up your head literally means with expectant joy. It's not, we don't have joy over the catastrophe and difficult things that are coming on the planet, or even difficulty that many of you are going through right now, or what Europe is faced with and so forth. We don't joy in those things, but we know that these things point to Christ who is coming. That is who our joy is in. And folks, we are going home. My hope is that you are ready.
Tribulation is as certain to happen as the rapture will. We are still here on earth, and people who don't know Yeshua are also around us. Now is the time to be bold with the gospel, because the clock is really ticking. Tribulation is as certain to happen as the rapture will. We are still here on earth, and people who don't know Yeshua are also around us. Now is the time to be bold with the gospel, because the clock is really ticking.